about. I just heard it on a YouTube video one day, and it sounded like it was the truth. I don't know why they said it. I don't know what it mean. It just sound good because it said it came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I don't know what he was sent for. Just say it, because that's the truth. You don't know.
He was handing out tracts. He only came to Israel for handing out tracts.
Yeah, chick tracts. He was handing out chick tracts with the little guy with the supreme being sitting in the back on the throne with the zeroed out face with the stars all around him.
But only for Israel. Only for Israel.
I don't get it, man. Like, we be trying, man. We sat here a long time trying to get truth to tell some truth. How your name Truth and you don't even know what truth is?
I don't think he ever read the chapter.
Dwayne is pagan. All right.
What?
All right. All right, here got another screenshot, y'all. Go ahead, screenshot it. Hope y'all can see my handwriting. Just try to figure out what it say. Because I wasn't expecting for nobody to see my handwriting. I wasn't trying to write it neat because, it's late at night. Just to know so I can read it.
That, God wasn't doing nothing for me.
And see if I ain't a member of that house.
Things, that, he was doing for me. And so when I started acknowledging the small things, he began to bless me with bigger things. You feel what I'm saying? And one of the bigger things that he blessed me with was the spirit of discernment. Where I can, easily discern something. And so, when I think I was like probably in between 10 and 13 years old, right? In between 10 and 13 years old, bro, this is when I first put my face in the book and started reading the book for myself. So every Sunday when I go to church, I'm not saying that I was just in there and not listening to the pastor. I was listening to him, but at the end of the day, whenever he say, hey, y'all turn to this right here, let's go over here. Yeah, I'm listening to what he's saying, but at the end of the day, I'm reading the scriptures for myself. I didn't understand the scriptures at that moment, but I'm reading the scriptures for myself because I don't want to just, allow anybody to just tell me anything. I was never that type of person. So I always read the scriptures for myself, bro. And when I got like 26 years old, I was incarcerated. And I had put myself in solitary confinement because, I really don't like to be around a lot of people. That's a lot of spirits, in your atmosphere. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't really like that because, my mama always taught me that spirits can jump off from one person to the next. So I don't let anybody, be around me. I try to keep my, my energy and my circle protected. You feel what I'm saying? So when I got locked up, I put myself in solitary confinement. And when I went back there, I began to speak to the Most High. And when I spoke to him, I had asked him, to be my teacher. I don't want man to teach me anything concerning this book no more because I had a pretty good, pretty good amount of knowledge, coming from man when it comes to what this book, saying and who, man say that you is. I don't want that teaching no more. So what I want is for you to be my teacher and not man. So, I want you to reveal your truth to me, so that I can understand who you really is and what this book is really telling me. You feel what I'm saying? Because up until that point, I had man's point of view. So listen, bro, every single day I read 10 chapters a day. You feel me? And I prayed before and I prayed after and went to sleep. So listen, as I read them 10 chapters every day, bro, I got a revelation that I never got before. And I'm like, hold up, I never was taught this. So what I had to do was continue reading, continue, praying before and after. But when I got home and I was able to get to a device, I started researching, And at the moment that I started researching, I started seeing symbolic, signs. Like, numbers or whatever. Like numbers in a row, like 22222, like all that stuff.
To the Lord.
Telling me to research this stuff, right? So when I started figuring out what numbers mean, I started realizing that something was being revealed that I had to pay attention to. So when I started, going back into the Bible, to start researching the Bible, I started getting into the languages. And when I started getting into the languages, I took the first word, which was God, and took it back to the original language. That was the first word that I translated according to the language. And when I got the understanding of that word right there, it changed the whole perspective of the Bible. The whole perspective of the Bible. Because they teaching the Bible in a way that is not what the original language telling you. So the first word that I translated was God. And when I translated God and figured out that God means Elohim, and Elohim is plural, and when you translate it back to English, it say God's with an S, something is going on. You know what I mean? So this only told me that I need to stick to translations. And this is how I got to the point where I'm at now, bro. So look, listen, I understand you got your pastors. I understand you got your leaders. But what you see on your screen is something that all pastors go by. You know what I'm saying? And I can literally, get my mom to pull up in here on this live, and she can tell you that when the Most High started speaking to her, bro, start revealing to her a whole nother, a whole nother interpretation of the book. And she went back to her pastor and asked her pastors questions, and the pastor wouldn't answer none of her questions. That's the same thing you're going to go to. You're going to go through it. Because the first thing he's going to tell you is the stuff that you're getting into, is false. It's going against God. This stuff is, worshiping false idols. That's the main thing they're going to try to tell you, because they don't want you to do it. Mainly because what you see on your screen, what is the Constantine Creed, every pastor, every bishop, whatever, it don't matter. Every last one of them is moving by the Constantine Creed. And they not going to tell you the truth. So what you got to do is, you got to study to show yourself approved and do this stuff yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to take it back to your pastor after, you can do that as well. But I'm letting you know, when you go back to them and do it, I'm telling you what they're going to tell you. So you got to do this stuff yourself. That's how you're going to get it. This is why so many people is leaving the church. It's not that
You a basic question.
something to you that they not going to give you. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. All of us over here got the same story, bro. You know what I'm saying? We tried to ask these people questions, and they would not answer our questions, which is crazy work, man. That's facts.
They probably don't know. Bro. Who
A lot of them,
They don't
look,
know,
that is
bro.
Constantine Creed. A lot of them do know. I'm going to tell you why I say they do know. Because, first of all, a lot of these pastors, before they preach in a church, they got to go to school. You know what I'm saying? They got to go to school and get taught. You know what I'm saying? So when they go to school and get taught, a lot of them be knowing this stuff. They just don't want to give it to us. You know what I'm saying? That's what the problem is. But then you got some out there that really don't know, though. You know what I'm saying? They really don't know. So I do agree with you. They don't know how. Let's put it like that. They don't know how. They ain't got no sense of direction. You know what I'm saying? That is facts, bro. So now what is happening? I'm gonna tell you exactly what's happening. What's happening now is because these people who are so-called leaders, you know what I'm saying, the ones that's supposed to be guiding us, you know what I'm saying, and giving us direction, being that they not doing, you know what I'm saying, what the Most High is telling them to do by teaching us this stuff, you know what I'm saying, what the Most High is doing is pulling us away, and he's allowing us to come together, you know what I'm saying, amongst each other, congregate together, and we teach each other. This is what's happening. This is why we are in the age of Aquarius, where information is being revealed. You know what I'm saying? My good word. As much as they wanted to take TikTok away, you know what I'm saying? TikTok still here for a reason, man, I'll tell you.
They got this one guy from Wyoming. He's offering them almost $50 billion to buy it. He wants to take their headquarters to Wyoming.
Listen, don't you know they selling cell phones on eBay for $5,000 or better?
Yeah, that was
All
before.
because it got TikTok on it?
Right, that was before, but now it's back in the App Store and everything. So that was only like, yeah, for people who are desperate, who are like obsessed with TikTok. But me personally, I'd rather, mess with TikTok than get that much money. And TikTok is more, something that brings me closer to the Most High God, and it has interesting videos, new videos, and it's by far the best social media app, no doubt. I mean, you got things like 11.8, and Facebook, and if Kamala Harris became president, what's his name, Zuckerberg, what about TikTok, and it would have never been the same anymore. So, but thank God.
Hey, I just wanted to say something to the guy that was saying something about the pastors not teaching the truth or whatever. I was going to say, do you know a lot of pastors are low key Jesuits?
Say that again.
A lot of pastors are Jesuits on the low,
Yeah, yeah,
and some of them are Masons. Some of them are
yeah.
Masons too.
That part.
Yeah,
A lot of them
see,
Masons, man.
you're going to be honest with you.
That part.
A pastor is just another job for people. People don't really care about God like that. They take it to make money. That's why you see all those prosperity preachers and those preachers with the mega churches. Yeah, it's all about money.
What about the pastors that you see that's still suffering that can't even really pay their bills and all that stuff like that? Can you say the same about them?
But they gotta wake up, bro. They gotta wake up.
Well, I'm not saying them. I'm saying you have a lot.
But I'm talking about we're talking about the mainstream ones like Joel Osteen, Reverend Creflo Dollar, who exploit obviously the word of God.
Yeah, TD Jakes.
Yeah, there's just examples. You got all the mainstream ones on TV who, I mean, like.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, man.
And it's not just mainstream. They like a lot of them just treat it like a job in general.
If I made it, listen. If I made it today, man, or if I made it, it'll be people out there right now that have some bad stuff to say about me just because I made it, man. You know what I mean? So you can't always say that everybody doing this and that because of this. Some of them, I believe, they really use their platform to genuinely teach what they've been taught.
Yeah, but what you gotta understand is they job is, I don't want to say it's finished, but what I'm gonna say is they did say what was required at that time. But now it's time for the truth to be revealed, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's time for all this stuff to be unfolded. Why you think Donald Trump moving how he moving? See, all this stuff is not happening by accident, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for the truth to be revealed, bro. So now what you know what I'm saying you're seeing is you seeing the truth being revealed. And a lot of the stuff that's being revealed is gonna go against these pastors and the stuff that they teach. It's not drawing you away, it's pulling you closer. You feel what I'm saying?
You got pastors teaching new age stuff. So
you got the thing when according to the book of Acts, the Most High never dwells in any building or temple created by human hand. He dwells within us. So, a congregation, I usually do it over TikTok, is the congregation. It could be anywhere. These people think just because you're inside of a building, a church, especially on the day of Sunday, not commemorating the day of Sabbath, the seventh day. Well, we're going by a Gregorian Julian calendar. According to the biblical calendar, remember, the first day of the week starts on the fourth day. It's not the first day. So, there's too much confusion. Is it really the day of Saturday? We're going to ask ourselves these kind of questions. The day of rest is actually, when you really look at it, it's on Thursday. Because, if it starts on the first day starts on the fourth day and you count up 7 days and lands on Thursday. But anyway, let's just but the day of Sabbath is the day of rest, the day of holy convocation, the day of no buying, no selling, the day of paying tribute, the day of to the Most High God, of course, the day of rest, the day that is separated from all the other days, which is the most meaningful, the last day of creation. What is Sunday supposed to commemorate? The opposition to the word of God created by the church, and the Constantine, and and solar victory, which is
I always thought the Sabbath was on a Saturday. That's what I always thought.